Yo, what is up? So in this tutorial, we're just going to be kind of starting to build our level for our main menu. This is one that I built for testing. And yeah, we're just going to kind of try to replicate this. And you know, obviously you can build your main menu level however you want to. But I wanted to put this as a tutorial because I don't really want to leave out any part of what I'm doing here. So yeah, let's just hop into it. All right, so for this, we're going to be adding some packs. I'm using nothing but free packs, so I'll show you the ones that we're adding. But before we do that, nice little tip for some of y'all is whenever you add packs, something that it automatically does is if you don't change the settings, you go to your documents and go to your Unreal projects, there's this derived data cache, vault cache. If you don't change where this location goes, it will automatically go into your C drive and just take up space. And if you're like me, you don't like stuff going into your C drive, so we're gonna change where that goes. So we're gonna go down to the settings here, and we're just gonna scroll down and edit vault cache location, and then you can change where this goes. You can just go to browse, choose if you have an external hard drive, choose that, and then apply. And then yeah, so now when you add packs, they'll go to your D drive rather than your C drive. All right, so some of the packs we're gonna be grabbing. The first one is gonna be this medieval dungeon pack right here. This is the reason why I wanted to upgrade to 5.3, because this one right here is not available in 5.2. So we're gonna add this medieval dungeon pack to the project, and we're also just gonna add some of the Infinity Blade stuff. So we'll add the Infinity Blade effects, and we will add the Firelands, the Infinity Blade Castle. We'll go ahead and add grasslands. We're gonna basically add all the environmental ones. We'll go ahead and add the props here. We'll add the temple, and I think that's it. So yeah. All right, so once all of those are added, we'll go ahead and open up the project. So once you're in, we're just gonna create a new level. So go up here to File, New Level, and we're just gonna create a basic level. So create. And we're just gonna delete this guy right here. And the stuff that I'm gonna be using is gonna be mostly from that medieval dungeon thing right here. So we'll hop into that folder. I'm gonna go into the meshes, architecture, dungeon, and I'm gonna find the floor. Right here, the floor. And this thing will act weird. The materials on it are a little weird, so we're gonna replace the materials. Also, on location, we're just gonna set this to 0, 0, 0, so you can just go over here and hit the back arrow, and that'll set it to 0, 0, 0. So we're gonna replace the materials on it. But first, let's set this to be nanite. So open it up. You can double click on the little static mesh thing over here. Open it up, and we're gonna enable nanite and apply. And we need to add a box simplified collision. That way it has collision, and then we'll just save and close that out. And now we're just going to replace the material. So right click on your content folder, add Quixel content. And I'm mostly just going to be using stone materials. So we'll go to surfaces. We'll go down to stone right here. And we'll click on the floor right here. And the one I'm going to be using, I should have it downloaded already somewhere, is this one, Temple Stone Tiles. I'm going to grab that one. I already have it downloaded. I downloaded it at medium quality. I'm just going to add it to the project. So add. And first thing I'm going to do, any Megascans materials that I bring in, I always go into the ORDs and downscale it a little bit, just to kind of, you know, optimize a little bit. So we'll open that up and go down to advance, and this advance, this one right here, and we're going to change the maximum texture size to be 1024. and then save and close that out. Then we're just gonna duplicate this material, and we're gonna throw it on top of that mesh right there. Something else we're gonna do is we're gonna make this two-sided and change the tiling a little bit. So open up the material, and we're gonna type in two-sided, and we're gonna tick that, and then we're gonna tick that. We'll get rid of that 2 right there, and we'll shrink this down a little bit. I'm gonna check the tiling right here, and on the tiling I'm just gonna double it so it's not as big. So set the tiling X and Y to 2, and I'm also gonna change the albedo tint a little bit. So check the albedo tint, click on it. We're gonna make it a little darker and add a little bit of like a bluish tint to it. Maybe a little less, like that. We're gonna well, maybe a little less. Bring that blue down a little bit. Just a little tint, like that. Then we're just gonna save and close that out. And now we're just gonna, you know, duplicate this a bunch to make a floor. So you can hold Alt-click on your keyboard, or Alt, and then, you know, click and drag. And you can drag it over, and we're just gonna shift click that so we can highlight them both, and then Alt and drag, and then we're gonna highlight all of these. Then we're just gonna Alt and drag, and we will Alt and drag this way, like that. And we can add another one, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, we can do it like that. And then Alt and drag. And then Alt and drag. Like that. And now we got a floor. And we can run around on it. See if you like it. You might want to change the tiling a bit if you want. But for me, that works. So we'll just do a save. We're gonna call this main menu. So save that as main menu. And now we need to add some walls. So I'm just gonna click on one of these pieces and go to the static mesh and click the search button right here. So that'll take us back to where we found this. I'm gonna bring in these pieces right here, the decorative arches. And I'm just gonna space click till I get the rotation, and I'm gonna rotate that 180 degrees, and we'll move it back. Move it until we get it, you know, about where you want it. And same here, we're gonna change the materials of these because this also does some weird stuff with the material when you move close and far from it. So for the wall, I'm just gonna use the same material here. So let's just you can click on this mesh, go down here and choose that. Hit the search button on that, and then throw the material on that, like so. And I'm also gonna replace the material of the pillars and like the you know, the concrete look. So we're gonna right click. Actually, you can go back to Quixel. If you don't have it open, you can, you know, get it back open. So I'm gonna go up here to concrete, and I should have one downloaded already. Just gotta find it. Yeah, this one right here. I'm gonna use this damaged concrete floor, and I'm just gonna add this to the project. And same for this. I'm gonna go into the ORDs right here and downscale it a little bit. Maximum texture size the 1024. Save and exit that, and then we're gonna duplicate this material and throw it on top of that, and we're gonna change the color of this one as well. So open it up. We're gonna choose tiling. We'll make it a little bit bigger as well, so we'll set the tiling X and Y to 2, maybe a little bigger. Let's try 3. Yeah, about 3. Yeah, 3 looks good. And then we're gonna go down to albedo tint, and we're just gonna make it a bit darker. like so. Like that. And now we're just going to duplicate this until it goes all the way across. So click on it, Alt, and press Alt on your keyboard, and then drag with your mouse. And we're going to Shift click to highlight both of them and drag them across. Making sure that's in the right spot. Yeah, like that. And then Alt and click and drag all the way across. And now we're going to highlight all of them. So shift and click, shift and click, shift and click, and shift and click. Then we're going to press Alt and drag this way. And we're going to right click on it. We're going to go to transform. And we want to mirror this on the X axis. So transform, mirror X. And we're just going to get this into position. Back this way, like so. And now we can go ahead and do the ceiling as well. We'll do a save right here. So for the ceiling, I'm just going to use all these floor pieces. So you can find your floors over here, find SM underscore floor, and then we're going to go down till we don't see anymore. We're going to shift click at the last one, and that'll highlight all of them. And then you can press Alt on your keyboard and then drag up. And then we're going to right click on this, transform, mirror Z. Actually, we don't need to do that because it's two-sided, but if it wasn't two-sided, you could do it that way. We're just going to get this into position. And for the edges here, I'm going to add another layer on the outside, because you can get some of this going on. Looks like we also need to bring it down a bit to about, we'll put it about there, so that way a little bit hangs up. But we're just gonna grab all the edge pieces. So click, shift click, shift click, shift click, shift click, and shift click. And then we're just gonna add another layer out here. Get it into position. Make sure they're not overlapping. Looks like we're good. We're gonna do the same thing to the other side. So click, shift click, shift click, shift click, shift click, shift click. We're gonna add another layer over here. And get it into position like that. So that way you're less likely to get some weird, lights coming through. And now we just need to add some walls to the other side. So we'll just do a save here. We'll click on one of the meshes, hit the search down here, and we're gonna find a different wall, which I'm gonna use this dungeon wall right here. And we're just gonna space and rotate like that, and we're gonna replace the textures on this material on this as well. So we'll just click on this with the search on the material right here, and then we will drag this material onto that, and we're just gonna get this into position. That should be good right there. So now we'll Alt and click and drag, and we'll highlight both of them. So shift and click, and then Alt and click and drag. Get it into position. It looks like we need another one on the edges, so we'll kind of do like how we did with the roof. Add another one at the end for safety, so no light comes through. We'll do the same thing to this side. So we'll duplicate this one over here, and we're gonna highlight all of these. So shift and click all of them, and then we're gonna Alt and click and drag to the other side and get it into position. One more, yeah, like that. And now, as you can see, it does not look very dark in here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over here to our place actors. We're gonna type in post processing. We're gonna grab in a post processing volume, and we'll just pull that guy in. You can put it anywhere, it doesn't really matter. And then we're gonna go down and we're gonna type in unbound, infinite extent unbound. We're gonna check that, and then we'll just get rid of the unbound right there. And then we're gonna go down to exposure right here, and on the minimum and maximum right here, we're gonna check both of those, and I'm gonna set them both to 0. That way it is completely dark in here now. You can still kind of get some weird lighting things, but it'll be alright for now. Alright, so now we're just gonna click on one of these meshes, and we'll go and to the search right here, and then we'll go in the medieval dungeon folder. We're gonna go to blueprints, and they have these wall torches that you can use. I think there's some wall torches as well on some of the Infinity Blade stuff, but I'm gonna use this one. Oh yeah, also something we forgot to do is on these walls, click on one of the walls. We forgot to set these to nanite, so let's do that. So open it up. We're gonna enable nanite. Apply changes. Save and close that out. And we're just gonna drag this, we're gonna rotate it and put this torch on the wall. Try to get it in like the middle. So about right there. Whoops, accidentally pressed H. So about like that. And we're gonna change the materials on this as well. So for this, we're gonna at least change the that concrete material on it. So if you go over here on the details panel, you can see this little scroll thing. It shows everything that's in the blueprint. So we're just gonna click on the static mesh torch, and we're gonna open up the torch because we need to enable nanite on this as well. So enable nanite, apply changes, and I think these textures aren't above 2K, so we should be fine on those. But we're gonna click on our wall, and we're gonna grab that damaged concrete. So hit the search on it over here, and we're gonna add this to here. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's that one. So that way we got a different material on it. And what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna change my snapping to 50. I'm gonna click on this, and we're just gonna drag these to be in the middle. We want to leave the middle one open, but I can't tell where that is, so we're just gonna put it in all of them for now. So just alt click and drag them in the middle of all of these. And then we'll move this one over. Oh, whoops. Looks like I left one out there. Like that. So in the middle one, this is where we're going to be setting our player in the menu. So we want to delete that one. We're going to leave that one open because we don't really want any backlighting, because it won't look good. So now we're just going to highlight all of these. So you can click on one, find where they are on your outliner over here. We're going to highlight them all. So shift click down to the bottom, and then we're going to alt and click and drag to the other side. This is probably unnecessary, but I'm gonna do it anyways. But now we're just gonna right click, and we need to rotate on the X axis. So transform, mirror X. We're just gonna put these on this wall. Let me go down here where the arrows are, and we'll get that. Oh, change snapping back to whatever you want it. We'll go 5, I guess. Make sure it's in a good spot. Yeah, we'll put it about right there. Alright, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna do a save right here. And we're gonna set, we're gonna grab a, let's pull in our player character. Oh, whoops, not open him up. I meant to drag him in. We're just gonna drag him in. This will be kind of where he is in the character creator. So we're just gonna kind of position him. So pull him in and rotate him. I think I want 1 over there. Let me see. Yeah, that should be fun. So yeah, we'll get him about right there. And we'll do a save. Then we're gonna go up here to the place actors. We're gonna go to lights. We're gonna grab a spotlight. And we're just gonna pull this guy up. And we're just gonna light him up a little bit better. So we'll get this, you know, about right here. And then we're gonna rotate, so press space. We're just gonna rotate to aim this at him. Like that. Kind of get it, you know, centered up. Like so. And we're gonna change the color of this spotlight. So we're just gonna go down here. Go to light color. And we're just gonna add a little bit of like an orangish. A little bit of an orangish tint. To match the lighting of the room a bit, you know. Match the fire and stuff. Like that. So, now what we're gonna do is, I had some like effects at the beginning of the video. So I'm just gonna add some of those. So we're gonna go into, I think it's the Infinity Blade effects here. Go to effects. Effects ambient, I believe. Maybe not. Let's go to effects. Let's see. Just go to content and type in dust. There's some of these dust. I used the ground coat, the P dust ground coat. This one. So now we're just gonna rotate this. I'm gonna rotate it 90 degrees this way. And I don't want it to be, you know, completely on him. So we're just gonna kind of, you know, put it around him as much as possible. Like so. And then I'm gonna add another one to the other side. Like that. Also, if you want it to be a little less intense, you can kind of drag it down. That way you get a little bit less. I'm gonna leave it up though. Like that. Yeah, about like that. And now, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna make a new particle effect. Which is just gonna be like some hanging, you know, dust kind of particles. You'll see. So we're just gonna get rid of this, and we're gonna make a new folder called particles, because we're gonna make a few particles throughout this tutorial. So hop into your particles folder. We're gonna right click. We're gonna go up to effects, and we're gonna make a Niagara system. And you just want to choose this one right here, and we're gonna choose next. And we're gonna add a hanging particles right here. So click that and then click the little green plus button down here. And we'll click finish. And we're just gonna call this hanging dust and underscore NS. And we'll pull this into the world, and you can see it's just kind of like these dust particles that float around. So we'll just pull this in to kind of hang out around him. Like that. And we're going to open up the Niagara system here, our hanging dust. And we're going to go into it. We're going to go to, I think it's initialized particle. Yeah, we're going to go to there. We're going to set the uniform sprite You can drag this over so you can see. Uniform sprite size minimum, we're gonna set that to say like 0.1, and then uniform sprite size max, we're gonna set that to about, you know, anywhere between like 0.5 to 1. You can see that it makes it a lot smaller, a little less in the way. Now we're gonna open that back up, and we're gonna go to scale color right here, and we're gonna get rid of the blue. So on the blue channel here, just put that to 0, and now you get this kind of like yellowish color. And we're gonna choose our red channel here. We're gonna set that to about 5 maybe. Let's try 5. Yeah, 5 makes kind of like this orangish color. And I think we're good. I think we're good. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. So yeah, I think we're just gonna call it here. Obviously, you know, you can build your level however you want it. I just wanted to go through this so you could see the process. And yeah, we'll call it here. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you're new around here, definitely subscribe. If you have any questions, let me know those down in the comments. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.